Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're joining me from in this live lecture today. Today's date is Eke Market Day in the Igbo lunar calendar called Onwa Okike. And today's date in the Roman Catholic calendar is November 26, 2024. Welcome to today's live lecture at Nkola Mahadum Wisdom University, presented by Dr. Obioramba Iboeze. At Nkola Mahadum Wisdom University, we always encourage you to use your naturally given common sense, which we call Akonuche, to evaluate all the issues coming to you on a daily basis in order to decide, make the best decision for you and for mankind. That is why we package lectures here and present them in Biafran and African perspectives. That is how events going on around you or around the world affects you as a Biafran and as an African. Therefore, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our lectures, comment, share this lecture to your friends and well-wishers, because what is happening is that where we get our information matters. Where you get your information in this world matters. And we encourage you to always follow us. Listen to all our lectures. If you miss anyone, go back to the lectures, the one we have done before. Because all the lectures we have organized is for you. It's to make you, me and you better. It's to make Africa better. And the title of today's lecture is Simon Ekpa is an agent working for the Nigerian government. The title of today's lecture is to let you know, because a lot of our people have been misinformed, so that you will know after listening to this lecture that Simon Ekpa is an agent working for the Nigerian government. And if you have been following him, check yourself into a mental hospital or reevaluate your critical thinking abilities, because it is flawed. How can you be following such a man if you are logical? If you have been following him, know that you have been illogical, irrational, and ability to reason, as stated by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we want to let you know what led to the recruitment of Simon Ekpa by the Nigerian government. What led to his recruitment was the role he played during the IPOB treatment given to Senator Ike Ekweremadu in Nuremberg, Germany, at an event organized by Ndibo Germany Association for Iriji in August 2019. It was after that incident at Nuremberg, Germany, that Ike Ekweremadu recruited Simon Ekpa and sold him to some Igbo politicians and to the Nigerian government. And soon after that, Simon started broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. You should also know that during the Buhari government budgeted millions of dollars working with some Igbo politicians to create a parallel IPOB so as to destroy it. This was also confirmed by the ex-governor of Ebonyi State at that time, David Umahi, who stated that a parallel IPOB will emerge. Simon Ekpa benefited a lot from those millions of dollars. Not only Simon, so many people across the world, both in Europe, both in America, benefited from that millions of dollars budgeted by the Buhari government to fight IPOB. And that money had significant effect on IPOB members in the United States, including men and women. There was a time from that money that some women in the USA donated almost $100,000 to IPOB, not knowing that it was the money from the Nigerian government. And those members who collected money from the Nigerian government and donated to IPOB used it to buy influence in IPOB. And then they are the ones that sold Simon Ekpa to Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't know what was going on behind closed doors. And therefore, he accepted Simon Ekpa and in turn told his followers to always listen to Simon Ekpa. But he made a caveat. He said, if something didn't enter his head, that they should listen to Simon Ekpa, hoping that nothing will enter Simon Ekpa's head. That was what Nnamdi Kanu said. And then another event that projected Simon Ekpa was when he hosted the interview between Nnamdi Kanu and Joe Ayuba of the Amazonian forces in September 4th, 2021. That made some people to think that Simon Ekpa is actually working with IPOB. But that was not the case. He was an agent recruited by the Nigerian government to infiltrate IPOB leadership. And they promised him that he's going to be the leader of IPOB when IPOB is finally destroyed or factionalized or divided in two. And he accepted wholeheartedly. And so, immediately Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. The Nigerian government tried all they could to impose Simon Ekpa on IPOB as an IPOB leader. Yes, they failed because the current leadership of IPOB, led by Chikedozium, continued to destroy them. Any plan that Simon came up with, the leadership of IPOB will try to distance themselves from it. For example, there was a time Simon formed ESN and also M Branch, trying to duplicate all the departments of IPOB, but all of them failed. And credit should also be given to the IPOB media warriors. They were on top of the game from the beginning to the end. And so Simon eventually was packed into a corner. That corner being the prime minister of autopilot and government in exile. That was where he got packed. So he got moved away. But still, what made the gullible, most of the gullible following him and donating money to him, was that he was still using the name of Nnamdi Kanu. He will tell you he's an Nnamdi Kanu disciple. Nobody made him any disciple in IPOB. IPOB doesn't have any position called disciple. And so he claimed his IPOB disciple, and the Nigerian government keep pushing him. Everything he says, you will get it in all the newspapers in Nigeria. Anything he says, if he coughs, Nigerian media carries it. If he laughs, Nigerian media carries it. Everything he does, Nigerian media carries it. And all this failed. And remember, all the games and lies he was telling those following him included on October 19th, 2023, he held a referendum for Biafra in Finland. How can you be holding a referendum for Biafra in Finland, in another country? Are you still following him? He promised you that he's going to bring a warship to Biafra land to fight the Nigerian government. And you cannot reason? How can he bring in a warship? Does he control the Nigerian waters? Has he gotten the boundary for Biafra? How will the ship come in? In which water will the ship come in? Also, when he promised you, he will give you fighter jets. You didn't ask him, which airspace will that fighter jet fly from? You don't have a boundary for Biafra. Where will that fighter jet fly from? Who is controlling Nigerian airspace? Do you have a Biafran airspace? That's why Colum Haddon Wisdom University is saying that if you have been following Simon Ekpa or giving him money or supporting him, you need to check yourself into a mental hospital or reevaluate your critical thinking abilities, because it doesn't fit. Another aspect of his activities that does not fit at all is that his Liberation Army was kidnapping and killing our people. They are in Biafra land, kidnapping and killing our people. And because he was using Nnamdi Kanu's name, whatever he does, the Nigerian media, the Nigerian government, we say it is IPOB. Why? To increase insecurity in our land, and also to invite more security forces into Biafra land. And as you can see, the land of Biafra is the most militarized. All the Nigerian forces, both military, police, Navy, Federal Road Safety, DSS, all the forces of Nigeria, they are all parts of Biafra land. Checkpoints, having people, torment people on checking points, extort them, recently now have them stop from their vehicle to trek across. Both pregnant women, both the sick, both the old. That is some of the things resulting from the actions of Simon Ekpa. And how can you be fighting for Biafra and you don't have a boundary? You are fighting within. You are fighting within, killing your own people, kidnapping your own people. And yet, many people whom I thought have dignity and respect are following him and contributing money for him. Let me tell you, in Colum Wisdom University wants you to know that if you have supported Simon Ekpa or contributed money to him, your hand is in the atrocities, the kidnappings, the killings that is going on in our land. And because we want to be keeping things short in this university, Wisdom University, Colum, you take away from today's lecture. But before we get to that, we want to beg you again to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, share our program, share, like it, comment, so that we know how we are doing. The takeaway from today's lecture is that Simon Ekpa is an agent of working for the Nigerian government. And we have told you what led to his recruitment during the Irigi Festival in Nuremberg, Germany in August 2019, where IPOB gave IPOB treatment to Ikem Remado. Afterwards, Simon Ekpa was recruited because he was a member of organization. You know how our people, so many organizations they have, they don't even allow members to discuss our affairs in their meetings. Organization doesn't allow that. Other town and club association don't allow that. And that's the wrong way to do things. And so Simon began broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. And then during Buhari's regime, they budgeted millions of dollars and used it to buy out so many IPOB members, including Simon Ekpa. And he was promised that he will be the one to replace Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as IPOB leader. Not knowing that the plan to rendition Nnamdi Kanu was on. And so when Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, he was being promoted by the Nigerian government, projected by the Nigerian media as IPOB leader. But he failed. He failed because the current leadership of IPOB, led by Chike Doziem, pushed him to the corner. They pushed him to the corner. He failed to control ESN. He created a parallel ESN which failed. He failed to control M branch. He created a parallel M branch which failed. And they boxed him to the corner. The leadership and the media warriors boxed him to the corner, where he now became Prime Minister of autopilot and the Afghan government in exile, and then the killer squad, the Biafran Liberation Army, who were killing our people and continue to kill to this day. And before we end this lecture, Colum Wisdom University is in sympathy, is crying for all the people killed on November 18th at Abatayete, Ubo, and Abagana in Anambra State by this terrorist Simon Ekpa Liberation Army that continues to terrorize our towns, our cities, our people on a daily basis. And because we told you they are working with the Nigerian government, that's why the Nigerian government are unable to track and crush the Liberation Army. Does it mean they don't know where they are? Yes, they know. If they don't know, why not? They're supposed to know. It's their job to know, to wipe them out. But because Colum is of the opinion that they are working with the Nigerian government, that's why they are left to be killing our people. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Thank you very much for joining us today, and have a great day. Thank you very much.